Mind control LED
via the
lights.
LED lights. We're seeing purple lights pop up all over the country in America right now. What's fascinating about these purple lights that they're calling a defect, and it's not a conspiracy or aliens or the government doing this, the news station is actually saying this.
Some thought it was some sort of discreet sign for law enforcement, the government, or aliens.
No conspiracy theory behind the light.
No conspiracy, exactly. No conspiracy.
The word conspiracy theory was coined by the CIA to make anybody who talks about the JFK assassination and an alternative outlook on it look like a nutcase that needs tinfoil on their head. But these purple lights showing up all over the place. The interesting thing about purple lights in blue, violet, is that it can hold the most data for mind control. There's scientific experiments with LED lights, as we see the LED lights being rolled out all over the world, not only for the Internet of Things, but these LED lights, there's scientific experiments proving that they can place false memories into people's brains, and also control nanoparticles in the behavior of mammals and bacteria. They switched from this incandescent light bulb, which is nice on our eyes because it somewhat mimics the sun. Harvard researchers are saying there's a dark side to this blue light. This is why they make blue light glasses. But the reason it can store so much data for this mind control with purple and blue and violet that we see these lights popping up everywhere. This is why we have Blu-ray discs and Bluetooth, because blue can hold the data. So I'm going to show you how these lights can be used to put thoughts into your brain, sending information through the lights and manipulating our behavior. We used to be mind controlled in a more positive light through the campfire. We would stare at the campfire and we would tell stories, and this would go into our subconscious mind. But we would stare at the light, and this switched to us being in front of a television with the flicker rate flickering, putting us in a hypnosis stance. They choose the flicker rate on purpose because they could choose any flicker rate, but the flicker rate that they choose puts you in a deep hypnotic state, which makes you suggestible for programming. Mind control turned into behavioral mind control after the Pavlov dog experiments. So all the social media apps and the phones that we use, there's even programs coming out on neural governance, how it is mind controlling us, and there's people protesting it. Very smart people, not like myself, but like professors and doctors and stuff. Hacking our behavior via these apps, this is why they have gambling experts create these social media apps that we all use today. Over a third of the population is on these social media apps. So most of the world is using these and is in danger of having their thoughts taken over. But we're going to look into how these lights can control us, and maybe they already are. The movie A Clockwork Orange exposed the MK Ultra mind control techniques and had a famous quote, "A bit of the old ultra violence." Violence and violet sound very similar. So here's a little bit of the old ultraviolet lights for the mind control. That was a terrible joke. But this movie showed how MK Ultra could use strobe lighting effects to put people under mind control. The visible spectrum of light goes from the lowest hertz of red to the highest hertz of violet. Cops have red and blue lights because the red you could see during the day and the blue you could see better at night, proving that the blue is more powerful. Like I said, Blu-ray disc, Bluetooth, and then the upcoming alien invasion, the fake alien invasion under Project Blue Beam, which will use laser lights to show holographic images of aliens. Now scientists can make holographic images able to be touched. There has been scientific experiments where scientists can control algae via lights by placing a virus into the algae, which created new proteins so they could control the host via LED lights. Light-sensitive microbes communicate the same as neurons. Using lights allows the organism to be manipulated in actions and emotions. This could switch brain cells on and off. This is an experiment that has been proven to work. It's the first time anyone had managed to control brain cells with lights. The Smithsonian Magazine says telepathic communication with lights implanting thoughts into people's minds is within reach, and this has been successfully done decades ago on mice. Using lights to control the brain is called optogenetics. Triggering or implanting memories via light. Scientists can activate or shut down neural pathways, altering behavior. This is mind control via lights. Optogenetic stimulation can activate fear memories. A specific memory is encoded by neurons which can be manipulated, stimulating them with light to control them by implanting memories. Just like the neuralizer we saw in the movie Men in Black. Men in Black had that little flash of light on the neuralizer, and then they gave you a false memory. Well, these movies being rolled out in the 90s, that is what's happening today. This has been done with mice. They have implanted false memories into mice brain. Pokemon sent 700 kids into the hospital, and they were all having seizures because of this hypnosis flickering of light. The Weeknd had a music video which was banned from movie theaters because of the strobe lights. Wireless optical electrodes can deliver light to neurons in human brain, enabling us to erase memories, just like the film Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Companies have created devices that allow you to control lights with your thoughts, where you can turn a light on and off by thinking about it. Tiny injectable LEDs manipulate the brain with light. It's a tool to manipulate the brain in living tissue. This is all real scientific research that I'm telling you about right now. Not only can they plant memories and thoughts into people's brains through these light bulbs, but also they can control nanoparticles throughout the body with the light. New method to control nanoparticles with lights and magnets. Light particles that can be manipulated with magnet tracking the position of the nanoparticles in a body or a cell. Light control of silver nanoparticles. Metal nanoparticles have interaction with light, which can control the heart of a human. So the question I ask, is this happening right now?